What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the goal of the series for the My Player career mode. Of course, guys, we said we were going to make this one. You can vote on your favorite. There should be a straw poll in the description. Alternatively, you guys can leave a comment and let me know which one is your favorite as well on top of that. Sadly, no music for this one, as of course, copyright issues and stuff make it quite difficult to find music, but you've got my voice anyways, and I'll talk you through the goals and how they happen and the reason that they're kind of in there. So, without further ado, let's get right into the goals. So goal number one then comes from Santee Mina from our time over at Valencia. He scored this absolute screamer against Deport Alaves way back in episode number 21 actually, which is quite a long time ago when you consider there was a lot of episodes made of this series, 180 of them. And it came as a sixth goal in a 6-0 killing of our opponents here. You can see falls back from my attempted, I guess, turn on the edge of the area, and it goes straight into the path of Santee Mina, who makes no mistake with that one. I threw it in this list, guys, simply because the technique, the quality, the way it looked just so damn good. And honestly, it was the first goal that I really thought, oh my goodness me, that was an unbelievable strike. So, yeah, 21 episodes in, and we finally got a screamer, and it wasn't even scored by us. It was by our teammate. You may notice as well, guys, there'll be a few on this list that are not scored by myself. Into goal number two, though, it is our first of our few goals that we have on this list by us. This one against Uruguay, this is episode number 26, I think. And it was the FA Cup, oh no, sorry, the World Cup final, and this one is literally in here because of the magnitude of the game, you know what I mean? Like, to score in a World Cup final is big, and so I decided to throw this one in here. It took 60 minutes onto the clock, a 1-2 with Ross Barkley, and we slotted home what went on to be the winner in the World Cup final for England. It's their first World Cup win since 1966 in this save as well, so I guess I had to throw it in there just simply because of the magnitude of the goal. I don't expect it to win simply because of the fact it wasn't nothing special, but the magnitude of the goal, it earned itself a place on this list of what I think are the top 10 goals of the series. If I missed one off, guys, let me know down in the comments below, and I'm sure you guys will have a few that I may have missed in this save as well. So goal 3 now comes back into Valencia colours. Episode 28, this one comes from, I do believe, and it is against RCD Espanyol, and you'll see the goal itself. It's an unbelievable strike, and I remember scoring this, and I was saying to you guys while I scored, I was like, oh my god, what a banger. It comes from the keeper, he makes a save on the cross, but he can't quite clear it all the way out, and that was a sensational strike into the top corner. Makes it Valencia 1, Espanyol 0 inside the first 10 minutes of the game. Great strike, and an even better. It was just so good. Look at it, guys. You'll see it in another angle in a minute. It just looks so damn good. But celebration was pretty good as well. Showed you have a bit of team cohesion in that aspect of it as well. I did actually enjoy playing at Valencia. I can't lie. It was a decent experience. Of course, we didn't win everything there. You know, we won Real Madrid, the Champions League later on and stuff like that. But it was a nice little experience playing Valencia. I did enjoy my time playing there as well. And that is the angle I was talking about, right into the top corner. So that's the third goal on the list. We currently have 2 of the 3 here. Santee Mina, the only other one who doesn't have, or that's not scored by me even. So goal 4 now as we move straight into Real Madrid colours this time. We're staying in Spain though, here with Real Madrid. And this one comes against Villarreal. And this one is one of my favourites on this list. It's a long ball over the top. You'll see in a moment's time. There it goes. 52 minutes into it, 0-0 to score. I didn't have time to bring it down, took a touch there, and then an absolute rifle into the corner of the goal makes a score 1-0. Celebration to match it as well. Some of the boys getting involved in that one on top of that, and it was absolutely sensational. I remember scoring this one. As I said, it's one of my more favourite ones on this list simply because of the fact that the keeper doesn't even move. He knows he's beaten. He's like, I'm not even going to try and get this, and it goes into the right-hand side of the goal, and it is 1-0. So, wearing the, I guess, coveted number 7 shirt as well at Real Madrid, following in the footsteps of Cristiano Ronaldo. It had to be Ronaldo-esque, and it was indeed. So a great finish. 3 out of the 4 on the list now going to myself, but now we're back to another one which was not scored by us, and I still remember this one to this day. It was the final against Barca, guys. It was the Spanish Cup. I can't remember which one it was, whether it was a Copa de España. It was a Copa de España, and it was really strange when I conceded this, because when I conceded this, I remember it to the day. I was like, how on earth has that gone in? And then you take a look here. Kevin De Bruyne doesn't even take a touch with this drop, and somehow curls it into the top corner and makes it 1-0. So we found ourselves a goal down inside 22 minutes, and not only were we a goal down, we were a goal down to an unbelievable finish. So morale-wise, wasn't very helpful. You can see it's a great piece of play, and then De Bruyne just hits an unbelievable worldie. The score's 1-0. And literally, guys, a couple of days after this, or, you know, like in game time, we ended up playing Barca in the Champions League final. So I can confirm, if you'd missed the episode for this one, guys, we did go on to win the Copa de España, don't you worry. We came back and ended up winning, I do believe, 2-1 in that game there, so not too bad. And then we have goal number 6, which was back to us. This one, again, very much like the World Cup final, is only in the list simply because of the fact that it went on to be an eventual winner for us here, and it was against Barcelona in that Champions League. Our one and only Champions League win as a player coming at the hands of Barca here. It was our only goal as well in the final, and it was the only goal of the final itself. So a 1-0 Champions League victory. And it was our only Champions League victory, of course, because we played one more final with Juve against Real Madrid, but sadly lost it. So I threw this in this list simply because it ended 1-0. We scored the winner. It was a massive moment for me in my career. It was one of the trophies I wanted to win. Haven't won it yet. So, of course, winning the Champions League is not something you get to do every day. And especially scoring in it is not something you get to do every day. Although I did score the winner just before this in the Copa de España, I'd already won that with Valencia. So I wasn't going to put that in the list simply because I'd already, lifted it. But Champions League, our one and only Champions League victory, we scored the winner in it. I felt it deserved a place on the list, and that is why it's in here in number 5, I think, or 6. 6, yeah, okay, 6. And now we get on to what I think has a really, really good chance of winning. Kaputska against Bristol City when we join Manchester United, which happens to be our only team that we've won the Premier League with as well. I honestly expect this to do very, very well. I remember him scoring this, and at the time, you guys went absolutely crazy in the comments saying how good a goal it was. Just take a look. I mean, there's not every day you see goals like that being scored on FIFA, and especially when it's not even scored by me. I didn't even have any impact in how this ball went in. Rooney's cross into Kaputska, and the score was 2-0. And honestly, the volley itself is just world class. In off the post, it nestles in the back of the net. It's well worthy of being on this list, put it that way. And I expect that to do very, very well in the votes from you guys. But in my opinion, now we have goal number 8 against Genoa, which is, I would say, the goal of the series. And of course, you guys probably remember this as soon as you see it here. It's an overhead kick / bicycle kick, or whatever it is, at the near post, the one and only that we got in the entirety of the series, and it was unreal. You can see my celebration. I didn't even know what to do with myself. I just started running crazily. I was like, oh my god, where do I go? What do I do? I was too busy just freaking out about the fact that we scored an overhead bicycle kick or whatever it is, and it ended up being in the back of the net. So, yeah, goal number 8, in my opinion, is what I think will win this, although I can't be sure from you guys. I think it's going to be very, very close between this, Kaputska's goal, and maybe the last one in the episode here. So we'll see which one you guys choose as the winner. But goal 9 comes in from an unlikely source. Kimpembe with it in episode number 179. It was a simple cross in, and he hit a left-footed volley to make it 3-0. Again, the only reason this is on the list is it's not likely you see a centre-back hit a volley like that, and especially when you consider the fact that it was first time as well into the top corner with some pace. So Kimpembe was more of an honourable shout for him rather than it being a massive goal. I don't expect this to win, but of course I thought it was a pretty nice goal regardless. And now we're on to the final goal of what you guys can vote from. And it comes from the last live stream that we did, the last episode we did, episode number 180, the final league game of the series that we're ever going to play. And it was an absolute screamer for you guys. I remember saying at the time on the live stream, I was like, I just want to score a screamer. I'm not bothered now about result because, of course, we already had the title wrapped up. I was like, I just want to score a screamer for you guys. And literally no more than 30 seconds later, we did that on live stream. So I'm sure a few of you guys will recognize that goal there. And I expect that to do pretty well as well. So that is all 10 goals for you guys. And you guys can vote on them down in the description. I said guys, didn't I there? That was really stupid of me. But anyways, you can vote on them in the description, or alternatively, leave me a comment which one was your favourite. You can see the full list in a moment's time here. There it is for you guys. I just want to say quickly, thank you so much for all of your support on the My Player series. I really do appreciate it. I cannot wait to get going in FIFA 18 and give you guys another one. I have got a few ideas for it. You'll have to wait and see what that's going to be. But that's going to be it now for FIFA 17 content, guys. Nothing else to come from FIFA 17. We await FIFA 18, and hopefully that will be as special, if not better, than FIFA 17 was. So thank you so much for all of your continued support, and I will see you all again on Wednesday for the Prem Pep Talk at 4 PM, guys. Don't miss it. Catch you all then. Adios.